nightmares. Clear Lake, California. A small town located in the north, the city is known for being founded next to one of the oldest natural lakes in North America. A 2-hour drive north of San Francisco, the city and small-town community used to be known as a popular resort destination town. Unfortunately, in recent years, the water in the lake has become increasingly more polluted due to runoff from an abandoned mercury mine nearby, as well as several gravel mines in the area. Clear Lake is also located at the base of an active volcano and has rich and dark history of being Native American land with a bloody past. Large government-sanctioned massacres of men, women, and children were committed on this land, leading some to speculate that the area is now cursed. Today, Clear Lake is a small community and known for being a small town where people retire or survive with what they can. November 28, 2014. At around 10:20 p.m. on a Friday night, police received an emergency call from a Clear Lake man informing them that his dog had discovered what appears to be a human skull in his front yard. The man believed that his dog may have left the area and located the skull elsewhere before bringing it to the front yard. The following morning, police searched the heavily wooded area and located partial human remains, approximately 100 yards north of the caller's residence. Autopsy results produced in December revealed the identity of the victim as Guillermo Figueroa. A 36-year-old father and husband, Guillermo resided in Hidden Valley Lake, located only 14 miles south of Clear Lake. The cause of death: a gunshot wound to the head by a .22 caliber firearm. His wife had reported him missing to the Clear Lake Police Department on October 27th after he failed to contact her or return home from a party he had attended in Clear Lake the night before. She was accompanied by Guillermo's friend, as he was with Guillermo the night of the party and his disappearance. After the party ended, Guillermo and his friend parked in the Clear Lake Safeway store parking lot in town. A woman who was an acquaintance of Guillermo came to meet the two men, followed by Guillermo leaving with the woman in her vehicle. His friend had advised that Guillermo was carrying around $5,000 in cash on him at the time. This was the last time Guillermo was ever seen by his loved ones. Police were able to ping his cell phone to an area in Clear Lake, and shortly after, they located his vehicle on Burns Valley Road. Upon further investigation, the police discovered that Guillermo was paying people to use their properties to grow marijuana in the area. However, one of his gardens had been raided by thieves who were possibly known to the owners of the property. This is where details become uncertain and complicated. The night of Guillermo's disappearance, he was last seen leaving the Safeway parking lot in a green Mercedes with a woman by the name of Courtney Cruz. Courtney spoke Spanish and often interpreted for Guillermo with his potential business partners in Clear Lake. Certain witnesses advised that some people were upset with Guillermo that the marijuana was missing, thinking that Guillermo was scamming them himself. Guillermo was said to have brought the large amount of money with him that night in an attempt to buy back the stolen marijuana from the thieves. Police contacted the individuals who owned the property that Guillermo was using to grow marijuana. Michael Campbell and his wife Robin Anderson said they had an agreement with Guillermo that he could grow marijuana on their property. Robin Anderson was also the mother of Courtney Cruz, the woman last seen driving off with Guillermo the night at the Safeway. Upon further questioning by police, Robin Anderson finally admitted that she had given police false information about Guillermo's plants. She stated that her husband, Michael Campbell, had actually stolen the plants and transported them to a different location. Due to the secluded and rural nature of this region, Clear Lake is definitely a small community, and its blood ties run deep. Robin Anderson's father was the district attorney at the time, a very influential and powerful figure in the area. At this point, it was confirmed that the district attorney's daughter and granddaughter were now witnesses or possible suspects in this grisly murder investigation. Police had received information from another witness that a man named Gary Joseph Williams and his girlfriend Crystal Pearls had stolen Figueroa's marijuana. After receiving the tip, police raided Williams' mother's house in an attempt to locate any possible evidence. They then discovered that Williams' mother's boyfriend was in possession of ammunition as a convicted felon. Police questioned him about the murder, and he informed them that Gary had admitted to shooting Guillermo in the face with a .22 caliber firearm. He also stated that Gary told him that Courtney Cruz had witnessed the murder. Upon questioning the rest of Williams' family members, his brother also told them that Gary had admitted to killing Guillermo. Gary Williams was arrested on his mother's property for trailer theft. As the investigation continued, it was confirmed by analysis that Guillermo had been shot once in the head by a .22 or .32 caliber firearm. There was also an injury on the right maxillary bone in his upper jaw, which could have resulted from blunt force trauma or scavenging animals. However, no weapon or slug was ever recovered. March 2015, a search warrant was issued for Courtney's green Mercedes. It was discovered that the floor carpets had been replaced and washed thoroughly. The tires had also been rotated. After more evidence was collected and several more witnesses interviewed, Gary Williams and his girlfriend Crystal Pearls were both arrested in May 2015 for the murder of Guillermo Figueroa. Crystal was charged as an accessory to the murder, as Gary was the suspected killer. A month later, Courtney was stopped by police while driving a tan Dodge Colt sedan, accompanied by 2 male passengers. Upon searching the vehicle, police located a Mossberg .22 caliber rifle with a sawed-off barrel and custom pistol grip. When questioned by police, Courtney was not cooperative and claimed to be unsure as to how long the gun had been in her car, and claimed it was owned by her great-grandfather. Due to the fact that certain witnesses and suspects involved in this case were related to the district attorney, the Attorney General's office would be handling this case instead. As the case moved along, it was evident that this was a major crime with dozens of witnesses involved and large amounts of complicated evidence. However, Courtney refused to testify in court, despite being last seen with Guillermo. Courtney was also subpoenaed by the courts to testify after agreeing to be offered immunity for her testimony. However, she still refused to take the stand. The selection for the jury in this case was proven to be extensive as well, with the trial estimated to be approximately 2 months long. As trial and jury prepared, Gary Williams' defense attorney continued to try and reach a plea agreement with the court. After several offers and negotiations, Williams' defense attorney was ultimately able to secure a plea deal for his defendant that they chose to accept. May 6, 2019. Gary Joseph Williams is sentenced to 16 years in prison for voluntary manslaughter with a gun in the death of Guillermo Figueroa. The plea agreement was reached only days before the trial was set to begin. Crystal Pearls was charged with being an accessory in July 2015 and reached a no-low plea that yielded a 3-year sentence in November 2015. A complicated web of lies and deceit, the case is a haunting example of what can go wrong when greed is involved. In a small lake town in the woods like Clear Lake, opportunities to make money are scarce, and due to its natural terrain, the area has always attracted those seeking to grow marijuana. When individuals have relatives that are district attorneys, city officials, police captains, or other public officials, criminal cases can often become malleable depending on who you know or who you are. In a small town like Clear Lake, where people tend to mind their own business and live amongst nature, a gruesome murder such as this was a dark reminder that no matter where you are, things can go wrong if you associate with the wrong individuals. Due to the murky details and conflicting testimonies in this case, it's difficult to determine what exactly happened the night of Guillermo's murder. Do you believe that Guillermo was set up to be robbed and murdered after he had his plants stolen? Or do you think he was brought to the individuals who stole the plants, and it was a robbery gone wrong, and that his murder was truly unintentional? Do you agree with the outcome of this case, or that Guillermo's family received proper justice? Let us know and comment below. Like, share, and subscribe for more.